Historically, you had this geography that really protected our nation. 2 oceans on each side of us, friendly countries north and south of us. In cyberspace, cyber threats know no boundaries. Instead of a tank battle on the plains of Poland, the battles will be fought on this nation's telecom networks, the electricity grid, and our financial system. In order to improve our cybersecurity, what we have to do is understand what in the United States is systemically important critical infrastructure, and then protect that just as well as we can. 87% of that infrastructure is owned by private industry. And so we've got to really rethink how we organize ourselves. That is a joint obligation of the private sector and the federal government. It is important that we deal with all levels of cybersecurity. My focus has been not on punks, thugs, and criminals, but rather the existential threat, the ability for a nation state or another very mature actor in this space being able to impair our telecommunications networks, our electricity grid, our financial system, the very core of the American economy. Cyberspace Solarium Commission is a creation of Congress. Both Republicans and Democrats are represented, both the Senate and the House are represented. And then what you'll see around the table are many of the important deputy secretaries, Deputy Secretary of the Department of Defense, NSA, Homeland Security, FBI, and others. And then there's one private citizen, really, and that's me. I represent the interests of the private sector. I think among the industry CEOs, I think I'm the only one that's ever been a CIO, and I have a pretty good background at this. We think securing this space really helps our overall mission of serving customers well. That is, making sure that we have reliable, affordable energy with the best customer service around. We can only do that if we protect our industrial base.
What the Commission has attempted to do is take a step back, look at the threat landscape in cyberspace and say, what is the appropriate strategy to secure the country going forward, make a more resilient economy, and make sure our government and all of our critical infrastructure is secure in cyberspace.
Tom's presence on the committee is not important, it's essential. The private sector is on the front lines of the cyber skirmishes that take place on a daily basis. And individuals like Tom Fanning, who have senior executive experience in the private sector, not only understand the nature of cyberspace, but they know how to get things done.
He really understands business risks and how they intersect with cybersecurity risks. And so Tom can bring that real day-to-day practitioner's perspective to the things that government needs to do.
What we have to do now is think about how we align the intelligence community with private industry to get a complete picture of the battlefield in real time as it exists on our networks, and be able to create a consequence for the bad guys coming in. I want to assure people, for all the threats we hear out there, the capability of U.S. Cyber Command and the willingness of Congress, the administration, the military, the private sector to work together. Our capabilities are the best on the planet, and we're going to work hard to keep it that way.